Guys, the Chickens here, bringing you another Boom Beach video. In today's video, guys, very excited because we are getting into a sneak peek of the newest update that is going to be coming sometime next week. We don't know 100% yet, but what this update includes, guys, is we have fixes to battles and win rates and warships. We'll cover that. More proto troops. We have the Incinerator, Cryo Tank, and the Protector, which is on the screen right now. We have some minor balance changes to the Engineer, the Shock Launcher, and some other small bug fixes and improvements. First, guys, let's go over the new proto troop. So the Protector, this is the first one that you'll see right here. She's the tribal lady. She's really cool. She throws out ice shields, single ice shields to the troops in front of her as you attack. So we'll go like this. I'll throw that down. And we also have, so you see how she works right here. You see the tanks in front of her. She's actually going to keep them alive with the ice shield, and there's a couple really good strategies. The first one that I would suggest is all bombardiers with protectors behind them, and it's actually ridiculous how strong these things are, guys. With the bombers in behind, or with the bombers being protected by the ice shields, because they're protected from single target. They're protected from the most things that are going to go against them. Now, I was playing around with a little bit of different combinations. That's why you'll see the tanks here, but they're very, very strong. They're very, very good. So, we also have, for other proto troops that are coming, take a look at this. The Incinerator. Boom. So, the Incinerator is this crazy-looking Scorcher, and I can't show you any gameplay. I don't know how it works, and they're just going to spring it on us whenever. So, I don't really have any good information on the next two proto troops. But look at this, guys. How cool does this thing look? So, I'm really excited for this one. This one looks like the best. And then we have, if you're going to have a giant flame tank, you got to balance it out, right? So next we have the Cryo Tank. We have the Cryo Tank, which is called... Oh, it's called the Cryo Tank. Nice. And yeah, I mean, not much to really discuss there. I mean, it just looks like a giant... You know, it's like the Cryo Bombardier, but it's a tank, right? So it looks like it's just... I assume it's going to be is just a Lasertron that shoots ice beams instead of laser beams. So... we'll see how that's going to work. They'll probably be good with a couple different things, but I do want to go over this really quickly here. So this is all done on the developer build, guys. That's why the numbers aren't going to make sense. The map's going to look weird, etc., etc. So we'll show you guys this, and then we'll get into some of the warship changes next, and then we'll go over kind of the small tweaks and little bug fixes they made here and there. So this strategy I was playing around with before, and it actually seems like it's going to be pretty decent. So we'll attack OP and Shishk, and we'll see how we're going to hold up here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to help them out a little bit on the drop, just by I'm going to clear a little bit of the mines. But other than that, you know, I'm just going to let them run. And typically you would never drop like this. You know, you'd have tons of gunboat energy to help them out. And you see right there how quickly they're going down to the boom cannons before they're being helped out by the crystal shields. So look at how strong they get once the protectors catch up to them and start dropping shields on them like crazy. Because then they're essentially invincible. And then if you bring Kavan in second win, I find that's good because you get that bonus healing, and you can just simply bring back any bombers that you know, that you let run amok. But yeah, I mean, we get to this point here. And sure, there's there's one boom cannon on him, but look at this guy, for instance. Even with that one boom cannon, he's able to completely stay alive, the purple dude on the left, and he's essentially invincible. I mean, yeah, the rockets are going to be able to reach some of your troops, but I mean, like, and this is without me doing anything, right? I understand that the base isn't set up well, but I'm not doing anything, and I don't have any statues. So this is just doing nothing and letting them run out against a max base. Now, to be fair, OP and Shish don't have any ice in this account, but... and I did bring back a couple second wins, but not that many. So, I mean, it's going to be very, very strong. I don't think it's stupid broken, but I think it is like definitely a viable strategy, especially depending on the base. But yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun to mix these guys in. I think they're going to work really well with Rife Crowd Zuka meta. Heavy Zukas could be interesting. They're not great when you use them with Riflemen, because they only throw out... one protector throws out one shield at a time. Now, they do throw them out quickly, but they don't throw out mass shields. So, I mean, you're going to have Riflemen that are exposed if you're using a lot of Riflemen with them. Okay, that being said, let's get into the next thing. So, balance changes. The shock launcher, small improvements that are going to include stun duration and damage. At level 9, the shock launcher stun time is going to go to 25. The damage goes from 25 to 26. And the stun time itself goes from 3.1 seconds to 3.2 seconds. So a little bit of a damage buff, a little bit of a stun buff, which is really a big deal. The damage they do is kind of minimal, but the stun time, that's going to make a big difference. So now let's talk warships, guys. Let's talk warships. So for warships, and I'm just going to end this battle, and we'll get into a new one where we have all of our troops. And let's go. All the bases on the dev build are the same for the most part. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll throw a shock down here so we can actually just get them started. Okay, so the win rate. So now incorporates draws into the final calculation. So this only affects the thing that you see in people's player profile or in the task force, just their win rate percentage, right? So, I mean, it doesn't affect any gameplay. It's just now they take draws into the calculation of win rate. So it's going to be... Like as of right now, the way how it works is win rate is calculated by wins minus wins divided by wins minus losses, something like that. So now that they take the draws into it, it's going to be a little bit easier to get a better win rate. You know, it doesn't affect anything; it doesn't really matter. But that's something that needed to be fixed. So, and the biggest change to warships is now when you queue up with someone, when you're in a battle, you're not going to see the player's name that you're going against. This is going to be a little bit controversial. This was essentially to stop people that were cheating at the top. Essentially what was going on was there was this big group of people on the top of the leaderboard. And whenever they would go against, like one of their friends or the people in this group, what they would do was, if they knew the person, then they would just simply draw. They wouldn't fight them, and then that would just extend their win streak, and it would kind of keep them. It would keep one of their buddies from taking a loss. So they'd all kind of stay at the top together, and they kind of formed this wall where it was really tough for people to catch up because they weren't losing to each other. And, you know, they were already doing so well. You know, Warships kind of works exponentially like that. Like, if you get off to a good start, you do well the last season, it's really hard for people to catch up. So this is to, it's supposedly to help, or to deter them from kind of exploiting that draw mechanic that was in the game, right now. And just make it a little bit harder and kind of force them to fight each other. Now, in my opinion, I don't think that's really going to do much. I think it's good. I think it's better than doing nothing. But I think what you know, a lot of people are going to say, I think what they need to do is make the draw not count for a win streak. I don't think that's a good choice because, you know, I'm not at the top of the leaderboard. I'm not fighting these guys. I'm probably not going to be at the top of the leaderboard. I'm looking at this from, you know, my a player like myself's perspective. I don't want to be punished for what they're doing over there. That doesn't affect me to begin with anyways. You know what I mean? If I get a draw, I want my win streak to continue. You know, maybe one day, you know, one season that'll change when I'm fighting to get to Legendary X, and I'll go back on what I'm saying. But, yeah, I don't know. I think... I think they need to do something else. You know, we'll see if it continues. We'll see if it helps a lot, and then they'll kind of reevaluate and go from there. But that's, you know, that's what I think anyways. Oh, and then the trader. We'll get into this. So the trader now has a confirmation button when you go to buy stuff. This is actually really good because I did accidentally purchase some things before. So if you're just kind of scrolling through like that, it's going to make you confirm that you want to buy the offer first. Before you actually buy it. Say you're scrolling through on your way in to put code chicken every 7 days because that does expire, guys. I can't put it on the dev build because it's the dev build, so it doesn't work, obviously. But yeah, so if you're doing that, it's going to it's just going to make you confirm that you want to do the that you want to buy the actual offer first, which is good. It should have been like that to begin with. It was kind of weird. I don't know. It was just kind of weird how it was before. Trader crates, you still just click on them, and you instantly get the crate. So just be careful with that. Maybe don't scroll across the bottom if you're saving your trader tickets. Yeah. Other than that, we have. Speaking of creator codes, we have creator code bug fixes. So before, when you use chicken 1 week, and then you'd have to go in and put OP destroy the next week, and then delete that, and then put chicken. Now you can just simply put chicken in week to week to week. So, yeah, guys, I think that is gonna wrap it up for the video today. I do appreciate it if you use my code in the shop, and yeah, let me know if you have any questions, what you're interested in, what you want to see more of, what you want to see less of, down below in that comment section. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. That is going to wrap it up for the video today. Make sure to leave a like if you found it interesting, entertaining, or informative, and we'll see you next one. Guys, chicken out. Back.